know what's going on.
Hi, Judge. Is this young man charged with unlawful carrying of possession for being under 21?
Correct.
Hold on, I've got a kit. Here's the GPS
But I'm
memo.
more concerned about the defense of others. Did you hear it? I mean,
No, hold on.
hold on a second.
Here's GPS.
Let me give you a lawyer, Mr.
Yeah. Oh, I volunteer. I volunteer representation. Yeah. Yeah.
You were George Alaman.
Yes, sir.
So you're charged with possession of marijuana. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
Yes, sir. On February 5th, 2025, at approximately 1:10 p.m., the officer observed a vehicle failed to signal a lane change and initiated a traffic stop. The officer made contact with the defendant, the driver of the vehicle, and the officer asked the defendant if he had anything on his person or in his vehicle. The defendant admitted to having 1 gram of marijuana in his left pocket. The officer then felt a bag in the defendant's pocket and observed a green leafy substance known from training experience to marijuana with a weight of 1.1 grams.
All right, Mr. Alaman, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. Have you run his license?
I'll run, Your Honor.
Please. You're not allowed to drive unless you have a valid Texas driver license and liability insurance in your name. Do you
Yes, sir.
understand? If you don't have either, you're not allowed to drive.
Yes, sir.
Do you have the ability to hire a lawyer, or would you like to apply for an appointed lawyer?
I'll apply for one.
It's not eligible, Your Honor.
You're not allowed to drive.
No.
Don't drive. You will be signing an affidavit with me today. I don't care if there's a burning building and you have to save 50 kittens. Don't drive.
Yes, sir, Your
Want
Honor.
to drive? Go get a license, get liability insurance, and then I'll happily take this off.
Yes, sir.
You drive, I'm going to lose it.
Yes, sir.
Let's go.
All right, Deputy Echegoyen is going to give you an application for an appointed lawyer. I'm going to see whether you qualify. If you do, I'm going to give you a lawyer today, but don't drive. I don't
Sir.
care what you got to do. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
All right, come on.
Video, nothing's coming in.
Say it again.
I'm dismissing that case.
The Alaman's case? Oh, hold on. Ma'am, scoot over just a little bit. Mr. Alaman, come back up. So tell me again, what's going on?
So I'm filing a dismissal. We don't have body cam or dash cam on anything. They got deleted somehow. I don't
We're
understand.
going to dismiss your case today. Today's your very, very lucky day. It's 1 in a million. Don't drive.
Yes, sir, Your
Want
Honor.
to do things the right way, and good things will happen for you. I'm
Yes, sir, Your
telling
Honor.
you, lightning doesn't strike twice.
Oh, yes, sir. I understand.
Way to go, man. Come on up. And you are, is it Eris? Eris Armstrong. Ms. Armstrong, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing, thank you so much, Deanna. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, ma'am.
Yes, Judge. On February 6th, 2025, the officer observed a vehicle on Katy Freeway failing to maintain a single lane and swerving into adjacent lanes. The officer paced the vehicle at 72 miles per hour in a 60 mile per hour zone. And while pacing the officer, the vehicle continued to fail to maintain a single lane and fluctuate between speeds of 68 miles per hour and 74 miles per hour. A traffic stop was then initiated, and the officer made contact with the defendant, observing a strong odor of an alcoholic beverage. The defendant stated she dropped her phone, and that's why she was swerving. And she further stated that she was coming from a bar and admitted to consuming 2 shots of tequila. Standard field sobrieties were conducted, HGN 6 out of 6, walk and turn 3 out of 8, 1 leg stand 2 out of 4. The defendant was read the DIC and considered a breath. The results were 0.145 and 0.156.
And I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, or unprescribed controlled medication. I'm going to randomly test you. If I find that you're consuming alcohol or illegal drugs, I'm going to revoke your bond, put you in jail. No more PR bonds. Do you understand, ma'am? Can you run the license, see if she has a valid license?
She's eligible, Your Honor.
All right. As long as you have a valid license and liability insurance in your name, you may continue to drive. Just be careful. For now, I'm going to have you go to Victoria, sign a reset. Have you get with Fleischer for bond conditions, and then we'll just have you wait. Okay, ma'am? Please. You are Ms. Self. Ma'am, you charged of driving while your license is suspended. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, ma'am. Just don't say anything at this point. You have the right to remain silent. I don't want you to say something that hurts your case, okay?
Yes, Judge. On February 5th, 2025, the officer clocked the defendant traveling 45 miles per hour in a 30-mile-per-hour zone on Northgate Crossing Boulevard. The traffic stop was then initiated and the officer made contact with the defendant. The defendant handed the officer an expired Texas driver's license, found to be not eligible, and the defendant admitted to not having financial responsibility or insurance for the vehicle due to past traffic fines not being paid. The defendant further stated she did not have coverage for the vehicle because she knew the driver's license was expired and that she owed fines.
And I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. So can you run it now? Make
Yes,
sure
Judge.
that it's suspended.
It's not eligible, Your Honor.
Ms. Self, I'm ordering you not to drive. This is a condition of your bond. I don't care what your excuse is. You cannot justify getting into a car. I don't care if there's a medical emergency. If you don't have a license and you don't have insurance in your name, you are not allowed to drive. Do you understand? You will be signing an affidavit with me today promising me you're not going to drive. If I find that you do, I can have a contempt hearing. You can be facing an additional 6 months of jail and a $500 fine every time you drive. It's an offense in and of itself.
Expired or suspended?
That's something that you're going to have to find out. It is your responsibility to go to DPS and find out, hey, what do I need to do? I can give you the phone number, but it's your responsibility to call them and figure out what you need to do to get it back. This is the number to the driver's license division to DPS. When you call them, you must call them at 7 in the morning. Do not call at 8:01, 9:30, because you'll never get through the phone lines. You have to call right when the phone lines open up, which is at 7 in the morning. You'll get through and you need to ask them what you need to do. You need a lawyer for this case. Would you like to apply for a court-appointed lawyer? Okay. I already have it on file, so we don't need to do it online. All right, I'm going to have you come up here, swear to us that you're not going to drive. I'm going to get you to Victoria to sign a reset. I'll have you take a seat in the jury box while I find you a lawyer, okay? Please.
Jesse Herrera?
Guerrera? Oh, Herrera with an
Herrera
H,
with-
okay?
We just got approval this morning to allow him to enter into the DWI-PTI program. But they mentioned that because his license is suspended right now, he would have to do the portable and the non-driving affidavit. However, I just told him as well that his license will be eligible to be reinstated. It's only suspended until March 3rd. So they said that they could amend it once his license
Yeah,
is
but I mean, your
reinstated.
case is 250 days old now.
Judge, this was the one judge that we were the reason why the delay was because we didn't have the accident report from the officer and we were having issues with that and we just got that maybe 2 settings ago, Judge. And so then once we got that, I submitted everything to them. So that was the issue with this one,
I
Judge.
get it. That's another 2 weeks. So, I mean, he can be in the program, doing the things, getting everything ready, and then we can switch it off. But
Okay.
I mean, we need to I don't want to just wait another 2 weeks just to wait, and then he's got to do all this other stuff, and then we're going to end up at 350 days.
We have the T-Rise and everything and he's made the payment. The only thing we're waiting on was the contract and then he would have to get the interlock device installed. So at this point, Judge, would you prefer, because I don't have the contract, I was going to resend it because I think they forgot the attachment when they replied this morning. So I don't have
So
the
no.
application.
You email Brenda Gomez right now and say, hey, man, where's the contract?
Because right now, but
And-
that was saying she was gonna resend it once the driver's license had been verified, but we can tell her that, counsel, are you just going forward with the no driving affidavit?
I mean, we can, Judge, if that's what you prefer, because I mean, I don't have Okay,
now, just to get this person in. And then once they get the license, because you may not even get the license in March. It may take another 6 weeks just to even get it from DPS.
well, because I know it was suspended with the ALR.
I know, but then you gotta pay the reinstatement fee, then it takes another couple weeks for the reinstatement fee to hit, and then you're gonna take another 6 weeks to get the license back, so that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
There's always another barrier here or there, so we're gonna end up in 2 weeks, there's gonna be something else to reset, so when,
With that said then, Judge, because, well, they'll have to give us the contract, we'll have to get notarized, and then he'll have to get the payment and have to get the portable device before I can send it back to them then? So we just do a regular reset to get that time?
no, I'm not gonna do a 30-day reset for all that to get.
That's what I
Let's
was
do,
asking.
like, let's do 1 to 2 weeks,
Okay.
because, they're gonna get you the contract today,
Right.
all right?
And then he'll have to do.
And then all he has to do is get the interlock. I can give you a no driving affidavit now. He can get it done, get it on file now, so that the only thing that you need to do for them to file the supervision order is just get the interlock or the portable
I was
device.
gonna say, he'll have to get the portable in the interim, and then once everything gets
Once,
reinstated, we can amend
then
it.
switch it, and then, but at least he might be a month in to get all this stuff done by the time he actually gets his license with the insurance and all that to be able to drive, right? So
Perfect.
there's no sense in delaying,
Okay.
right?
And that's what I was doing. I didn't know how long, because I know
So
last time.
let's set it 1 to 2 weeks for them to get the contract, get the portable device. Okay, and then when he's ready, we'll switch it out.
I'll let I just come back to you, Judge, when he's ready at that point, and then we'll do all the amended and
You
everything
come
else.
here and then Felicia will give you the order or whatnot. And then,
But I need it.
Okay.
Thank you, Judge.
yes, ma'am.
DWI, it's an older case.
Is, custody on bond.
Mr. Booker also has a case pending in Del Rio, which has been the holdup. He is entering into the PTI program there, but we haven't signed the paperwork in Del Rio. I have only just received body cams and notification that there is no station video available, so I have not applied for PTI in Harris County.
Can you be in 2 PTIs in 2 different counties?
Judge, I don't know. I took the defense attorney. I would ask. I feel like Nathan would have, and I'm gonna ask Ashley to see how she feels
Okay,
about it.
I'm not doing long resets. Your case is 200 days old. I mean, it seems like every case now we have is 200 plus days. It's ridiculous. No way. So I'll set you just a couple days. I mean, it shouldn't take long just to get an answer.
Judge, I'm sorry. Sorry.
That's okay.
It's
But
been
I-
months trying to get an answer.
To do what?
To get an answer on what's going on in Del Rio. It has been an absolute pulling teeth for me.
But I'm not gonna wait any
I
longer for Del Rito.
understand.
It doesn't, I mean, it shouldn't have to play in what we're gonna do. We need to do what we're gonna do. It's 200 days old. We need to figure out what we're gonna do. So let's roll it to Monday, reach out to Judge, and see, hey, is this something that's possible? If so, what do you need? It's probably gonna need a mitigation packet. So in
I
the,
prepared a mitigation packet.
Got it
I
ready?
sent it to Chief Siegler and I never heard anything back. So
so let's roll it to Monday, reach out to them. And then if no, if no, what are we gonna do?
I've asked if they would consider 2 PTIs. I don't know that they would run them in tandem. If they won't, I'll have to set this case for trial. He'll be off.
Okay, so let's roll it to Monday, figure it out. If not, we'll set it for trial on Monday.
Okay, Judge.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
You got it?
Judge, can it be Tuesday? I'm out of town on Monday.
Absolutely.
Thank you, sir.
On Laya, Laya.
I just want to eval with my guy, watch the video. He is really more time served, but.
It's 208 days old, man. I mean, got to figure out what we're gonna do.
Okay, can I just get a little bit of time to?
You guys were set to eval it in December. 123 time served to consider, speak with immigration lawyer. That was 123. Today's the day that he has to decide what we need to do. We've literally evaled it since December.
Okay, I know that we've been
So
going back and forth in terms of scheduling a time for him to come in.
that's
like 2
on
weeks
him.
or
If he's
something?
not gonna, I'll give you a week, Marcos. We've already since December given everyone.
I get it.
I got to put a time limit. I can't just,
Okay,
so 1 week.
sounds good.
Are you considering the PTI?
Leaning more towards the time served, so
Okay,
that's why,
they come back if you come back on Monday and he wants the PTI, then I'm gonna fast
no, I
track the
know.
hell out of it.
I know,
I'm
I
just-
get it,
Okay,
I know.
so we'll see on Monday. Let me know.
Oh, 1 week or
Oh, wait.
All right.
Okay, thank you.
That's, the next setting is clear trial.
Sure.
Okay, I have two, but the first one is Joshua Hunt. He was set, I'll give you a second.
Okay,
He was set with bond forfeiture because he was in a facility in Conroe. He's currently here now.
okay, so we need to do bond conditions on this.
Correct. And then he also has signed already his mental health PTI, so he's ready to go ahead and get screened. So today is just for bond conditions and then we set.
Joshua Hunt, come up. Good morning, Mr. Hunt. You're charged, can you spit the gum out? You're smacking it like a,
Yes, sir.
you were charged with assault of a family member. You were facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you, sir. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
Yes, Judge. The complainant is the defendant's mother. On January 3rd, 2024, the officer was dispatched to a family violence call and met with the complainant, who stated that she was discussing a prior incident with the defendant when he became irate and punched the complainant 3 times, causing pain. The officer then spoke with him.
She hit me first.
We're just trying to, Mr. Hunt, we're just trying to figure out what's going on. That's it.
And Judge, the officers then spoke with a witness who observed the incident and physically restrained the defendant.
So you have an agreement to do the PTI program, right?
Mental health diversion.
All he has to do is just go get evaluated. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Hunt, you've been given a great offer now where all you have to do is get evaluated. If you do that, they're going to dismiss your case.
It's cool. It's not fair, but it's cool.
All they want you to do is speak to someone and they're going to dismiss your case. Is that not fair?
That's fine.
Do we know, have you reached out to the complaining witness to see, is he currently living with complaining witness? Do you know?
Let me see. I'll read the RIP notes, Your Honor. So we don't, I guess we didn't ask whether they live together, but the complainant did tell us that she's fine with no threatening or harassing, as she wants to be in contact with him.
Is he living with mom now?
Is, okay, sorry. Is the complaining witness his mom?
The mother.
Okay, yes, the mom. He is, but she's very involved in getting him his treatment and providing a stable home for him. So
Okay.
we would ask that it would be no threatening or harassing as well.
Mr. Hunt, the only thing I'm going to ask you is please do not have any threatening or harassing contact with your mother. Do you understand, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
Your Honor, respectfully, we would request that we wait till our DVD prosecutor gets here just to see what his opinions are on what the bond condition could be, and we can email him immediately to get him in here.
Has he done the RIP?
He did the RIP, but we don't know if he has any concerns based on his conversation with her, based on because we don't know what his impressions were.
And Judge, if he doesn't have any contact with his mom, he would have nowhere to go. So
No, I'm saying if there's any further things that you'd like to.
Getting the girl I want to, this people don't understand. That's why they worry about me and I got mental health issues, supposedly. And I don't be hearing shit people talk to me, so. Yes, ma'am.
we could talk.
Mr. Hunt, we want to help you. That's all we want to do. No one's here to try to hurt you at all. All we want to do is make sure that nothing happens where you're going to end up going back to jail. That's all we want. So just don't have any weapons, no threatening, harassing with mom, and that's it. So we're going to have you just take a seat real quick. We'll have you sign the conditions and then you guys are good to go. Okay. So I'm not going to reset it yet just to see if they have anything else that they would like to add for now. And
Okay.
then we'll.
And then Judge, I'm also here on Miss Armstrong. I'm Jeffrey Bell's associate. And she's given me permission to get a reset on her, so I just wanted to see if there's anything else to support it.
Can you file those conditions on Hunt?
There are pretrial conditions for those exact ones that you ordered already in place, if you would like to keep those.
Hunt?
Yes.
The no
From the
threatening, no
magistrate.
harassing, and no weapons? Yeah, we'll just keep it then.
Okay, that's what I was letting Alex know.
They have those in place.
Okay, so we can just get a
Yeah,
reset.
he didn't need to sign anything.
Okay, sounds good. And sorry, about Miss Armstrong, she already appeared. I'm her attorney's associate and she gave me permission to just come and collect her.
Oh,
She-
yeah,
She
okay.
stopped by, so if I could just get her reset. Okay, perfect.
Absolutely.
And she comes to leave. Okay, come on. Thank you,
I
Judge.
don't know if she signed, have you signed conditions with Armstrong?
After the reset.
Okay. Okay,
Thank you.
thanks. Yeah, that's it. Okay, Mr. Ely.
I have Daniel Portillo. He is here and he may need bond conditions.
How's April?
Wow, he made a surety bond on all those cases. Come up, Mr. Portillo. I'm ready to set these for trial. It's 250 days. He's got 5 open cases and they're very serious. What conditions, do you know what the felony court?
I have it pulled up.
Okay, Felicia, this is Mr. Portillo.
Yes, Judge, let me pull them up.
What felony conditions do we have, please? Bless you.
Can't go within 200 feet of the 7015 Foray Road, no contact with Jose Cantu and Teresa Portillo Cantu. Drug and alcohol testing, travel restricted to remain in Harris County and contiguous counties, no firearms, no.
Do you have a leg monitor on right now?
No, sir.
I'm putting one on you now and I'm giving you a curfew. I don't want you out in the middle of the night. I don't want you to have any weapons and I'm gonna have you sign an affidavit with me today, promising me you're not gonna have any weapons. You have with us a disorderly conduct, a discharging a firearm. You have 2 felony assaults, a burglary of a habitation, and now you picked up a failure to ID as a fugitive from justice. Your cases are 250 days old and it's now time to set these for trial. Do you have an offer on these cases?
Oh, look, Your Honor. So
There's not.
there's not, Your Honor.
Counsel, what
I need you to put one on
bond
today. It's
Yes,
250 days.
conditions- Counsel, what
Yes,
bond
Judge.
conditions were you referring to? I don't see if there are any bond conditions in place. And are you looking at the motion for bond conditions or the file bond conditions? Because I currently don't see any.
It's 1875107.
Okay.
Order for pretrial.
Absolutely. Okay. I just. Judge, so you would like to match and add a GPS today?
Yeah, and I want to put a curfew,
Yes, Judge.
7 PM to 7 AM.
Your Honor, he is working in construction from 7 to 5, so.
I'm ready to put these babies to bed. I'm not dealing, I mean, it's just way too much drama for me. Mr. Portillo, we have way too many, so I'd like you to put an offer today.
Yes, Judge.
I want you to speak with your lawyer to see if that's something that you guys, if not, I'm setting your cases for trial today. Do you understand? Take a seat for me, sir.
Judge, would you like to remain in Harris County as well? Yeah.
I have quite a bit of history with Mr. Portillo, not only with the 5 open cases, with other priors that we have had with him. And so let's see, can you put an offer on the cases? Let's see what you guys want to do and then come back and just let me know. Please.
Armstrong?
And I just got discovery today on the new one, so
250 days,
well, the
you
new one
just
is,
got
the new one
discovered.
is from December. I mean, there's everybody else. Everybody else. Oh, yeah. Except for him.
So
Oh.
first off, I have.
So the only two court justices.
Yeah.
They all start on
Okay, I'll give you one reset.
Okay.
I didn't realize that the case is from December. I was looking at the first one where it's from 2023. So
I was appointed December 19th, so I mean, this is really,
okay, I'll give you a setting.
okay.
Just way too much drama for me and just too much. And it's time for,
He does have, I think, felony on March 12th, so could I do it maybe after that to see, and then if it's done
at that
resolved.
setting, when we come back. I mean, is discovery complete on the failure ID?
On the Feldo ID? Let me see, Your Honor.
I mean, I just talked about it.
Yes, Judge, discovery is complete on the Feldo ID.
Okay.
It looks like there's just 2 videos that need to be shared to you, and we can share those right now.
I mean, are these it?
Because there's also these 2 that just popped up.
Okay,
So, yeah,
okay.
we'll make sure those are shared too.
Mr. Portillo, come up. This is an affidavit that you're going to swear to me today that you're not going to have any possession of any weapons whatsoever for any reasons. If I find that you have a weapon, I can have a contempt hearing, and every time it's punishable by up to 6 months of jail and a $500 fine. Do you understand? I will do everything in my power to protect my county at all costs. Do you understand? I'm giving you 30 days. It is your responsibility between now and then to meet with Mr. Elect. When you come back, you must either accept the plea bargain agreement or your case will immediately be set for trial. You understand? Come on. Okay, you got it. Just this. No, he's got bond conditions with Fleischer. Yeah.
30 days.
30 days and then clear trial. Okay. I'm sorry to keep you
Morning,
waiting.
guys. I have Mr. Jose Borrego here. We are, he has a assault family member.
Shh. Is this Mr. Borrego?
Yes, correct. And we're asking the court to change or lift the protective order. This is an alleged incident that happened in August of last year. Since then, he and the complaining witness have been co-parenting. She is here right now. It has been very difficult to co-parent because of this protective order in place that they're trying to abide by. He's having to get hotel rooms so that he can have a place to stay. It's difficult with work. Also, she needs help with the child, and this protective order just has been difficult.
If there's a protective order and they're not supposed to be together and they're here together, that's not a good.
They did not come together.
So I don't know anything about your cases. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. All I know is that you're charged with assault of a family member. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We will do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you, sir.
Yes, Judge. The complainant and the defendant are dating, and on August 23rd, 2024, the officer was dispatched to a family assault, and the complainant stated a verbal altercation began while she was in the car. The complainant exited the vehicle with her child, ran towards the home, and the defendant ran after her. The defendant took the baby and put the baby in the car. The defendant then grabbed the complainant's phone and smashed it to the ground. The complainant stated they got back in the car, and the defendant stated he was trying to drive into a box truck to kill them. The complainant grabbed the wheel to stop the defendant, and he bit her left forearm. The defendant began punching her in the face with a closed fist approximately 2 to 3 times. The defendant then stopped at the gas station, dropped the complainant and the child off, and left. The officer observed the complainant had visible injuries to her left forearm consistent with a bite mark, scratches to her face, and bruising on the left portion of her upper right arm.
Guys, I guess, do you want to go do the rip?
Your Honor, we could reach out to our DVD prosecutor.
CW's here.
Yes, Judge, it's also.
That was-
Yes, Judge. So we would need to reach out to the DVD prosecutor to allow him to perform the writ.
Okay, let's do this. The first thing, I want to know what she says, you know?
Okay,
Honor her wishes.
of course,
I want to
Judge.
know what her feelings are.
I spoke with her, Judge, and she is in the position, she does not want to go forward with the charges. She wants Mr. Borrego to be in her child's life. Because of this protective order, it's been extremely difficult to co-parent. I spoke with her. I will let the prosecutor speak with her alone.
Is that his biological child?
Correct, yes.
Okay. Mr. Borrego, take a seat for me in the jury box while we get everything done. And then let me wait for the DVD to get here and then we'll get the rip done and then we'll talk.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
Yes, ma'am.
You want to do no threatening or harassing contact or do no contact?
No contact.
The felony has no threatening, harassing, but we can do no contact.
Wait, hold on a second. No, because ours is just a failed ID and the discharging a firearm, so no weapons, curfew. Let me see something.
The felony has a
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if we have a complaining witness in our case, so there's really no complaining witness, right? Those are all in the felony cases. So, let me see. Yes, all right, so there is a complaining witness in our case. It is, I mean, you should pull up the
Yeah.
2B.
I can pull it up.
That's the complaining witness, no contact, no alcohol, random testing, no drugs, no weapons, and the curfew 7-7.
Yes.
ELM waived the fee pieces.
God damn it.
Are you ready?
Judge, if I could reapproach on Mr. Booker, we have been able to ascertain he should have an answer on February 20th. So if I could have a 10-day reset instead of a 4-day reset, could we come back on the 21st?
I'll give it to you, but it's clear trial on that day.
I understand, Judge, but at least then we'll know what's happening in Del Rio and be able to have an open conversation. with
Right,
the
please,
state.
plea or trial on that day.
Absolutely.
Okay,
Thank you, sir.
you got it. Greg,
So, yes.
Son Jose Borrego.
you got the writ?
Yes. So, I understand that there's some issues in terms of child custody and all that. So what I'm willing to do is agree to no threatening or harassing, but keep the residency restriction because they don't live together. And I don't see a reason to allow him to be back at that residence.
He's currently going to hotels and motels so that he can abide by this protective order. It's been a financial strain on him. He's working, hours have been a little short, so it's just becoming increasingly difficult for him to continue to stay out of the residence, away from his child. So I'm asking that the resident.
My concern is the protection of the
Understood.
complaining witness,
No, Judge, and I will say I understand that, but given his prior assaultive history, the fact that there's an OR that, allegedly involves another assault after this date, I can't agree to a
I
residency
don't, what are
restriction.
you talking about?
He has 2 TDC trips for ag assaults.
Okay, you're saying there's an assault after this assault?
So I have a note that there was some sort of assault involving the same complainant from October. I'm working on getting the offense report to verify
You know
what
about
that
I'm
this?
is.
not aware of that, Judge.
So I,
Come up, Mr. Borrego. Come up. I'm not gonna allow a contact if there's a prior assault that you're alleging as well now.
Yes, sir.
95% of the people who are in jail now are there because they have no self-control. They get upset, they wig out, and they do whatever the hell they want to do without thinking, if I do this, what's going to happen? If I say this, what's going to happen? The idea that we have these orders in place are so that nothing else happens. The last thing we want is more mayhem and bloodshed on our streets. I mean, every single day We have someone dying on our streets because of no self-control. They're alleging that there's a prior assault with the same complaining witness. I get it. I know that you say no. I get everybody. What do you think? If I had one strand of hair for every person that said that, I'd have a beautiful head of hair. But I'm here to protect every person in this county at all costs. And they're saying you have this assault now. They're alleging so I don't want any contact. I will let you talk to your lawyer. You guys can hash this out. So hold on. I don't want you to talk here. You guys go out there, take your time. There's no rush. We have a lot of time to work things out. But if I have you charged with assault and they're saying that there's a prior one, it's just not going to happen. I get it. You guys talk, but I don't want you to have contact with this person. Don't. If I find that there's a protective order in place, you have to understand that an assault, you pick up a VPO, a violation of protective order, it's one of the worst cases. We can have a hearing to hold you at no bond when you violate condition on these types of cases. You guys go talk, see what you can do about explaining, but all right, please.
So Judge, as of right now, the state wants to do, we're doing no contact. We're going to leave the protective order as is. Okay.
I mean, it's
Okay. Thank you, Judge.
all right.
Okay.
Strong. If some time passes and there are no issues and he's alcohol and drug free, then, things can always change. But I got to know that he's alcohol and drug free, that he's not using, and that there are no issues, and he's truly not having contact with her. And after a while, but, hey, Sebastian. Well, right. They don't, I get it. Just, you have to understand, history plays a lot into this. So it's not, there's facts, there's history, there's a lot of things at play. What I was telling her is that, if some time passes and I see that he's alcohol and drug free and there have been no issues, then we can always revisit it. And I'm happy to do that. But I want a cooling off period. I don't want, I get it, but we're now in the most stressful time, and I don't want anything to happen now. I'm trying to keep them away from each other. And I know that she may need help, but the last thing I want is more stress is applied and then something happens that he just, so we just let him know that if he's alcohol and drug free, some time passes, there are no issues, we can always revisit again. And then, I just want to,
Yeah, and that was, I wanted to see what this other officer's report says. Because the officer specifically said that it was an assault.
why were no charges?
So that's what I'm trying to figure out, but, in his history, he wants to complain. I mean, she didn't deny that anything else happened, but he wants to do it. And the video about it.
What?
There's.
You talking in the prior one?
No. I'm talking about our video.
This one, okay.
There's no big deal. I reviewed all that since. There's no big deal.
You mean,
I mean, we've had all.
you mean like body cam when he goes there, right?
Yeah, I'm not sure. It's like something about a garage.
It is.
Or something like that. I'm not sure what it is.
I reached out there to bring cameras.
We'll see what you can find regardless. Let him know with time heals all wounds, right? But my main concern also is that he's alcohol and drug free. right? And if I can test him and he's negative on everything, it'll go a long way, right? And that he's working full time so that I know he's being productive. I can let him know. So, I mean, it doesn't have to be months and months on end, but just show me that you're a good person. Show me that you're trying to better yourself.
I know.
Come up.
We want to do like a closing release, but I have most of it.
This isn't absolute, but what I have to know is that you're trying to better yourself. My main concern is that I want you to be a productive person. I want you to work. I want you to work full time, because if that's your baby needs food, man. Baby needs clothes. They still eat. The baby needs stuff, My other main concern is that you're alcohol and drug free. And if you can show me that you're productive, that you're working full time, and that there are no issues, we can always revisit it. It's never absolute. But I want to know, look, I don't want to hurt you anymore, but I want you to be the best person you can be. And when you're in that space, that's when you go back, because that's when you're the most helpful. Now, when you're all stressed out and all the shice here, I don't want something further to happen. That's it. Okay. So look, it's not absolute. Show me that you're a good person. Show me that you're working, you're alcohol, drug free. Come back and we'll talk. All right. Okay. Thank you. Hi, Hugh. Hey.
I have off docket matters, wanted to check on bond conditions. Let me give you a case number. It's,
Okay, what is it?
254.
Okay.
5383. And he has the GPS monitor, has a job. He works for Total and is wanting to go from March 3rd to March 10th to Victoria.
I'm okay with it.
Okay.
I mean, just don't make sure he's not, violating conditions, but I'm okay if they travel.
Okay, with the GPS monitor, I didn't know if you wanted to go.
Yes, no.
Curfew or an exclusion zone, so that's, it's just, or he does have an exclusion zone, so as long as he's not going there.
Yeah, you're cool.
Not gonna be violated for any.
Okay. Do you have an offer? What are you doing?
We don't have an offer yet.
There's no offer at
It's a
this time.
newer, it's,
Alex, what's going on, man?
We're still, looks like waiting on body cam and dash on this one.
How old is this case?
it's not very
It's from December, Your Honor, 29. It's,
2 months. All right.
yeah.
cool.
Have fun.
Thanks, Judge.
See you again. I am here on an off docket matter as well. We've already discussed it. It's 254. Can you give me the rest of the case
yeah.
number?
254-8632.
Quiet.
Oh, Quinn?
Yes, this is an active case. I want to bring him in on Monday. It's the only day that he has off, that the court is open.
Whenever you want.
And
Just understand there's an open warrant. You get picked up, you get picked up. So you take that risk the longer you take.
Whereas I just want to know if I need to bring a bunch. Do you do walkthroughs, or if he'll get he doesn't have any priors, so I don't know if he'll be a PR person or if we need to
You
bring
have an
someone in here.
Addition to a PR bond? I mean, I'd have to run, there's,
And this is a DVD case, so we'd have to ask Sebastian.
Yeah, no
Sebastian.
worries. Thank you, Mitch.
But I mean, more than likely, Come on up.
What day do you want to bring him in? Monday,
Hi.
Judge, I'll
Hi.
let you know for the PSR.
Please. Who? King.
All right.
And I know they came to get him, so I don't know if he's still.
Is Amy still here?
Like I said, I know that they came and got him, but I don't know if he's.
Do you have Dave's number? I'm not gonna do anything yet. Reach out to him to see if Louisiana has him. Did they pick him up?
I know.
What? You don't have contact with him?
No, I have actually Louisiana address, so like I said, I don't know if she's not here because he's still in custody there or what?
So that's why, reach out today to see if he's still in custody. And if you give me, when the line dies down, I can also try to reach out too. So give me 5. Let me get them. Tony. Yeah, hey.
I have a Clarissa Leon Borges.
Okay,
We're applying for PTI. We need to get her letter of apology. Everything else is done. I know.
so it's 180 days. I'll give you a couple weeks. You gotta be here with the packet done.
Okay.
Yeah, it's 180 days. So, I mean, it should have been done already. It's not done. Now I gotta micromanage, you know what I mean? So, right, so 2 weeks, gotta be here. And then we'll do the TRAS and all that stuff, okay? Thanks, Tony. Ready? 2 weeks must appear.
I'm back again for Mr. Herrera. We ended up resolving the case this morning through a plea. We went over, I got the
It
contract.
doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. But you sure this is what you want to do? Okay. Jesse Herrera, come up. It's a big change. I mean, they're in the driver's seat. That's what they want to do. Good morning, Mr. Herrera. So it looks like you guys were going to work out a PTI, but now you just want to plead guilty.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Are you sure?
Yes, sir.
You have to understand that this is a lifetime decision. So don't take it lightly, because once you do this, there's just no turning back. You can't come back next week and it's like Target where you want to return it. You know, there's no buyer's remorse here. Yeah. Okay. You know, if you were 18, it'd be something else, but you're older than 18. So you understand that actions have consequences, right? All right. You're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers, the right to be arraigned, charged, read in open court. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization under federal law. You give up the right to appeal. So once you accept this agreement, it's done. It's over forever. You can never appeal this. Do you understand? How do you plead to the elements of driving while intoxicated? Guilty. I'm going to find you guilty. I'm going to sentence you to 6 days in jail. I'll give you credit for the 2 days that you've done. You also need to understand one more thing. What we're doing today, from now on, you are facing a minimum of 30 days in jail. The other thing that you need to understand, if you ever get pulled over again, an officer is going to look up your record. If they come to your car and they smell alcohol or dope, they'll see a prior DWI. What do you think is going to happen? Right. So if I were you, even if you have a sip of alcohol, I wouldn't get into a car because it's huge, huge risk. The other thing is that there's a surcharge of around $3,000 that they put on you. On a second, it's $6,000. Everyone makes mistakes. But if you continue to make mistakes that you endanger other people's lives, I'm really going to stick it to you. And it's going to be monetarily and with custody. You get it? I'm going to waive your fees now, but you come back here with the DWI. Get ready. All right.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, guys. Good luck.
Mr. Herrera?
Oh, I have to suspend your license. I have to suspend it. I'm going to do it for the minimum, which is 90 days. Don't drive until you get a license. Okay?
Even though it's already been suspended for 90 days,
I have to. Yeah.
on top of that,
Does he have an ALR suspension?
There was an issue with the ALR hearing and he never had a letter come through. Long story short.
Did it get suspended through the
It was
ALR?
suspended through the ALR.
Okay. I can credit you for that, for the suspension, but you're going to have to get them the dates so that they can, yeah. Okay? Okay, I'm sorry to keep you waiting, Herman.
Case is good news on both. Mr. Luis Sanchez, the honest is in your timeout, but the state's dismissing his case.
Okay. Have they filed a nulling?
I think Mr. Avila was in the
You're
process.
dismissing Sanchez?
Yes, Judge, both are not space.
And Mr. Villegas as well.
Both of them are dismissed?
Yes.
Okay, great.
Cool. I just wanted.
Yeah. So I'll sign them and then they're free to go. Let them know.
Can I bring them out and tell them what's happened?
Judge. Hi, good morning.
I received a new case this morning, Edward Dominguez. He's in custody, Judge.
Okay.
We waive a bail hearing. He's got 2 GOB bonds, but he's got an immigration hold, Your Honor.
Oh, no. Does that mean that they're taking him? Because usually when we didn't get a GOB, they ended up, no, they didn't give him a GOB.
These are old cases.
Yeah.
But I just want to familiarize myself with them. I can get a short reset, Your Honor?
So,
Okay.
yeah,
Thank
whatever you
you.
want, however long you want, it's up to you.
Thank you.
Hi,
Hey,
it's been a while.
yes, sir.
How are you?
All right, Peter DeLee sent me down here.
Peter to leave.
You know Peter.
Of course.
He knows you.
Who doesn't know?
And your mother. The case is Cruz Chacon. It was an accident where they took him to the hospital and left him.
Yes.
And sometime later, they got,
We have that they've been working on mitigation since November.
yeah, we submitted that in January. No word back. We got,
Alex, what's the word?
So the last note we have about that is on January 29th, where Ashley Guy said she received the mitigation packet and PTI application, and then that there was going to be a reset, but there's no further word as far as approval.
Okay, so can you reach out to them and figure out what's going on?
I'll reach out.
210 days old.
I'll send an email right now. Just
I'm set up for a week. I'll waive the appearance so he doesn't have to be here. So hopefully we can get an answer between now and the following week. Yeah.
Is he here today? I don't even know.
Did Cruz, Deputy Miranda, did Cruz check on page 4? Did he check in? Page 4. Yeah, he did? Okay, he's here.
I just forgot.
It's okay. So we'll just have him sign a reset and I'll waive it for the next time so he doesn't have to waste his time coming. And then hopefully we can have an answer by then. Yeah, 1 week.
All right, thank you.
And then if there's no answer by then, I'll email them to figure out what's going on. Okay? Okay, thanks. Got it.
When showing up is the bravest thing you can do. Today's docket gave us something that legal textbooks rarely capture. A young man who for the first time in a long time appeared in that courtroom, and a judge who stopped everything to say, "I am really, really happy that you are here." That moment matters more than it may seem. Under the 14th Amendment's guarantee of due process, every defendant has the right to appear, to be heard, and to have their case fairly considered. But what today's docket reminded us is that for many people standing at that podium, people sleeping in parks, living without phones, walking hours to make a court date, navigating homelessness, addiction, and systems that never quite work the way they promised, simply showing up is not a given. It is an act of courage. So here is the question for your consideration. When we as a society make it this difficult for the most vulnerable people to simply appear in court, no transportation, no housing, no reliable contact, no support, are we building a justice system, or are we building a trap that punishes people for the very circumstances we failed to prevent in the first place?
Got it.
Hi, Judge.
Hi.
I'm just here to check to see if you wanted to do the thing.
So what time is it at? Because,
Bids are gonna be there from 11:45 to 1. No, so, yeah, 11:45 to 1. Which I would be honored to buy you a pretty good Indian food down the street. If you want it.
no. Yeah, I'd like to do it.
Okay.
I have another engagement that I'm speaking at the same day, earlier in the morning. No, but it just so happens that I haven't in a long time. It just so happens that 2 popped in one day. So, that one is earlier. So it's like 10, it's a brunch, 10:30 to 12.
Okay.
And I've asked her to call me to see what time they wanted to do it. And then I can just do that and then run to you and hang out with you guys. Do I have to wear a robe?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. What do you want me to do?
You know, tinctures, I'm got wrangled into this, so I don't entirely know. I think it's 1 hour, a little bit, it's gonna be a tour of the municipal courthouse, but I'll do obviously before you get there. And then I think the mechanics of how courts work and kind of attitudes and ideas and concepts.
So it's at the Humboldt Municipal Courthouse?
Humboldt Municipal Courthouse.
Oh, shit, that's so far.
59 and 1960.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where's your others?
I don't know. Let's see.
I mean, you could say no, Judge. It's not.
No, I don't mind. But it's. It's the honoring Black history brunch. Where is it? It's 5701 Washington Avenue. So it's downtown. So probably like 20 minutes. Yeah. This one's 10 to 1:30, so I don't know what time they want me to do it. I'll ask them to let me speak earlier so I can help you guys as well, and then I'll let you know.
All right, thank you.
So as soon, I'm waiting for her to call me, and then when she calls me, I'll reach out to you and I'll
I
let
was
you know.
gonna say bring the kids because it's Chuck E. Cheese down the street, but.
No, they got other stuff that they're doing. Yeah. Thanks, Nathan.
But that's what, let me know if you can or can't.
Okay, 100%. Of course.
I am
Look at you with your,
It's been a little bit. I like the decorations. This is nice.
well, I don't even know who did it.
I like, and the stars.
Oh, nice. Good job.
You like your card stickers too?
I never go on this side. I never see it, you know?
Yeah, this is fun. I have Dora Martinez. I'm approaching because it's getting old. It was filed in August. It's a game room violation, which normally
Usually they don't take that long. What's going on?
it's her third one. So, they're not giving me the sweetheart deal I always wanted.
Which is, you know, I get it.
Yeah.
Get it?
So we're missing some body cam, so.
That's unacceptable. 2
She's-
days.
She's looking for my body cam and, she's gonna eval for me, see if she can.
Yes, Judge. It's gonna eval, but for now, there's a 6-month deferred offer on it, but eval's gonna be done and the body cam is gonna
But you
be.
can't go forward with that.
Yes, Judge, and we understand. That's why we put the request that we're getting the body cam.
No. Subpoena the officer. He's got to be here 10 days with body cam in hand, or else I'll have to show cause.
Yes, Judge.
200 days, there's no body cam, unacceptable.
Yes, Judge.
So we'll have a discovery hearing in 10 days to see whether they're going to provide it. If not, then go without it.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
Okay, thanks.
Have a good day.
You too. Morning, sir. Sir, you're charged with unlawful carrying of a weapon. You are facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. Shh. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
Yes, Judge. On February 5th, 2025, the officer responded to a suspicious person with a weapon on 5900 Gulf Freeway. The officer made contact with the defendant, who was 17 years old. The defendant advised he was inside Jack in a Box while brothers were selling waters outside. The defendant saw a male rushing at his brothers with a knife, pulled out his gun, and pointed it at the male while telling his brothers to run. The officer performed a search on the defendant, locating a 9mm Glock 19, and the defendant advised he bought the gun from a friend for $150.
I mean,
Yes, Judge. In this case, the officer was going off the fact that he performed the search because he indicated there was a firearm. So
he's going to the defense of others.
Yes, Judge.
It's another person.
And it's just the way this is pled is because he's underage. He's below the age of 21. That's the way it's pled, Your Honor.
You hear this?
Hold on, I'm gonna go yell at somebody. Hold on.
Don't know what's going on.
Hi, Judge. Is this young man charged with unlawful carrying of possession for being under 21?
Correct.
Hold on, I've got a kit. Here's the GPS
But I'm
memo.
more concerned about the defense of others. Did you hear it? I mean,
Well, hold on.
hold on a second.
Here's GPS.
Let me give you a lawyer, Mr.
Yeah. Oh, I volunteer representation. Yeah,
Give me a record, can you fill that out? please?
I will do that. But here's a GPS memo saying that it's
Hold on a second.
unconstitutional.
You know, representative gentleman?
Oh, hell yes. Here's the Fifth Circuit saying that it's unconstitutional. Here is the United States District Court, Northern District, saying it's unconstitutional. Here's a motion to quash information. I'll just cross out the name.
Great job.
Yeah, I had to get in this fight yesterday and I'm teed up.
Oh, here you go, Mr. Tito.
Thank you.
Judge.
I was
is there
gonna,
PC?
yeah, look, you gotta be very careful. You know, God forbid something happens where you really dig yourself a hole. I'm gonna find no probable cause, but really, you have to be very careful. You know, sometimes you make a decision in life and it can really have consequences, all right? You know what that means, right? Are you in school? It all starts with school, man. You got to get back into school. This is not a good way to go through life at 7. The more schooling you have, the more money you're going to make. Knowledge is power, my friend. Do it. Make something. Make me proud. Please. You got it. It's going to get dismissed. Be careful, friend.
Yeah, literally have all that on because I have a case in another court.
I was going to find no PC anyways. So.
Black from yesterday
And
and Hernandez. Hernandez, you had given a bond to him for $25,000. The family has not been able to post it for whatever reasons, but he needs to sign the waiver.
Okay.
And then Mr. Black, you rolled from yesterday to see what he was actually wanted for.
Something like that.
So we're talking about Black now?
Yes, Charles Black. So it was a Kansas failure to appear. It was for driving while suspended and speeding maximum speed. They're not going to do a detainer, but it's Kansas only.
I know that. I mean, I get it. What do you think?
Because he has indicated to me that he is in cancer treatments at the not MD Anderson Memorial Hermann, and that he has a family. I asked him because there was an issue about his license, but his mother is willing to drive him back to the state of Georgia to handle these. If you could just admonish him, if the court is inclined to set him a bond, that
I am.
back
I am.
in 14 days.
I'm okay to send him a bond. I'm not. I mean, it's not egregious and they're theft cases. So
Your Honor, I do want to say Dave is still opposed to a bond, and if you granted
I
a bond,
understand,
anything.
but they're not gonna.
He'd be opposed to anything less than 5 figures. He did want to make a point that he was still charged with intent to deliver twice less than 10 years ago, which was a first degree 5 to life charge. One of which was a deferred that was revoked for a new
That's 10 years ago.
PCS charge. Let me check the date.
Oh, well, it looks like in 21 he had a PCS with intent. Guys, Deputy Miranda, do you mind bringing up Mr. Charles Black, please?
Oh. Did they say that in the file that this is?
Yeah.
Okay. Good job. Good job.
I would think the same as what I do. I think the judge wouldn't do.
I think that 5 figures is a little excessive, for sure. You know, consider that they're theft cases, the other one's a suspended license case, and they're not going to extradite him on that suspended license, right? Because I mean, you know, that costs like every time they extradite someone, it's like $3,500 to $5,000.
I didn't know it was that much.
You know that some jurisdictions also make them pay for the extradition cost. Yeah. So
Dollars they get on the
no,
bus.
no.
And they-
It's thousands of dollars to extradite someone, and they tack them. They make them pay. Good morning, Mr. Black. How's jail? The thing is that this is going to continue to happen until you resolve those cases out of state. You have an open case in Tennessee, right?
Georgia.
I know Georgia, but you also got one in Tennessee, in that
Kansas.
Kansas. Both of those cases will haunt you until the day you die unless you go back and handle those cases. However, it may be all of just hiring a lawyer and reaching out to the courts in Kansas because it's a suspended license case. But it's always going to trail you until you go take care of it. Your lawyer's asking me to set you a bond, and I'm going to, but I have to make it sufficiently high that you realize that we mean business, that you have to go back to Georgia to take care of that case. Do you understand? You also need to understand that I don't play games. If I set you a bond, I'm only going to give you one. I'm not going to do this again. So if you bond out and you fail to go back to Georgia, I will issue a nationwide warrant for your arrest. I'm going to set the bond at 0. And if you don't go back, I set it at 0. I'm going to get you back. And this time I will hold you until Georgia comes and gets you. Do you understand? You have one chance to make this right. So what's the bond amount?
Ask for $500.
Judge Fleischer, we're asking for a high bond or no bond, 5 figures. That's what Jay is requesting.
What kind of bond can you make?
Actually going through cancer treatment right now, so that's the reason I really need to get out, so I can do my treatment.
I don't know that. How do I know that? How do I know you're not just saying that? Regardless, you have to go back to Georgia. So
I didn't know I had this over my head, so.
what kind of bond can you make?
I can pay. I'm gonna be able to pay.
I'm good at 1,000. If you want 1,000, I'll give it to you. But I'm not gonna play this game, Mr. Black. So this is an extremely low bond. If you don't go back, it's really not gonna end up well for you, especially if you have if you're undergoing treatment for cancer, because understand that if you don't go back and take care of that business and I have to issue a warrant for your arrest and we get you back, you're probably going to be sitting months in there waiting for Georgia to come get you. You understand? Okay. I'm set about $1,000.
Thank you, Judge. And did you tell?
Yeah, you have 2 weeks from the date of your release to go turn yourself into Georgia. Don't go on a plane because they're going to arrest you. You got to find another way to get up to Georgia and you have to go turn yourself in. Do you understand? If you don't do that within the 2 weeks, I will issue a warrant for your arrest. Okay, Mr. Black, good luck. All right, so 1,000. Okay.
Mr. John, you just want him to sign it, Mr. Hernandez? And then that's it for me, Judge.
Thank you, Judge Fleischer.
Question, Eli, I just wanted to see what you want to do.
How's Mr. Eli?
He honestly looks so good when he's clean.
Right, doesn't he?
Seems just struggling. I've seen his best and worst.
You mind getting Mr. Eli, please?
I'm not sure what we're doing on it, actually.
I know. But I want to tell him that he looks good while he's.
It looks good, yeah, it's good. He's friendly and fun. I've been looking at all the felony. It looks like they're waiting on literally everything, even a report.
Okay, I'll let the, report go. Thank you.
Oh, he also might ask you for a bond if that.
Yeah.
Good morning, Mr. Eli. How are you? You look great. You know, when you're clean, you know, you look great. You coherent. The unfortunate thing is that we got to keep you here for that to happen. So you said right now in the felony court that there's nothing, right?
No, I'm gonna check last night. They're looking for ribs, meds, warrant, blood.
Looks like they just got a lab report yesterday, so they're still getting evidence as of now.
What was? Let me see.
Yeah. I give it to you.
Yeah, I don't have that, but. And I think that it's gonna take a while to play out, Shreya. And I'm willing to hold as well, because I'd like to see what's gonna happen, because I'm not giving up on you. You know, I'm gonna see where this plays out, and I'd like you to go into treatment as well. I think that's the appropriate thing that is needed in us. And I don't know what it's going to take to get your attention, but hopefully we can somehow before something catastrophic happens, where you end up with a very lengthy prison sentence. So, Shreya, let's just track it. So you're set for the 10th of March. We'll set you for the day after and we'll see what happens.
Judge, we can do the week after.
Of course. Absolutely. All right, Ms. Sheila, we'll see you soon.
Yes, Judge.
Thanks, Shreya.
Sorry for what it's worth.
It's.
Hi. Oh, right.
So just missed each other. He's here.
Do you know what's happening? Oh, you're doing a plea? Oh, okay, great. Got it. Okay. I'm glad that we don't have to. Wonderful. Okay, so just let me know when you're ready and, oh, you ready now? Okay, Marlon King. Good job. I don't know if I like the result, but how old are you? Are you sure you want to do this? Because the problem is that, when you plead guilty, life is hard enough as it is. And when you continue to rack up convictions, all you're doing is you're hosing yourself. It's really hard to get a job. When you start getting all these convictions, you're just making it so much more difficult, man. I don't remember what he had in Louisiana, but I hope that's resolved. Okay. Just straighten up, fly right. If you're hanging out with bad people, don't. Because they're just going to bring you down. What you're doing now is you're pleading guilty to this offense. It's going to go on your record. It'll be there for the rest of your life. This is an enhanceable offense, meaning that if you ever run from the cops again, you will be charged with a felony offense. You're looking at years instead of days. You understand? So no deferred, anything like that?
Yes, Judge, the only offer is the jail offer.
Okay, so Mr. King, you're charged with evading arrest or detention. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. You guys have worked out an agreement where they're offering you 22 days in jail with credit for the 22 days that you've done. By pleading guilty to this offense, it's going on your record. It'll be there for the rest of your life. You can never take it off. So you give up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. So it's final today and forever. You want to do this? How do you plead to the offense, sir? I'm going to find you guilty. I will follow the agreement. I'm going to sentence you to it. Good luck to you, sir. And I'll roll the court costs. Okay. Hi.
I've got Raymond Henderson on the docket today. We've come to a plea agreement that would get him to time served, but it's some out of county time. So I just wanted to confirm with the court that you'd be willing to accept that. He's got 17 days in Love County when he got picked up on the warrant and then came
So
down here.
was there a hold place here so that it's a legitimate, do you know? What was that case? Fugitive warrants is 60/60, right? Isn't that right? Is that right? Do I do 5/66 or 9?
Is it punctuated?
Yes, can I give you a cost number? This is Judge Fleischer in Court 5. I need you to check when a hold was placed. Please. It's 252-6561. Yes, ma'am.
From Love County.
So you said 10.
Yeah.
Okay, and when, do you know when it was released? Got it. Okay, wonderful. Thanks. Bye. So it looked like the hold was placed 10/13 of 24, and he was brought back here on the 30th. So that would be
Around 17 days.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I count 18.
18, okay.
Because you count the day the hold was placed. I have 18 days.
Yes, and then he's got 2 days here in Harris County, which, if you'll accept a credit, would.
Yeah, I will. Yeah, of course.
Thank you, Ronnie.
Yes, ma'am. Are you ready?
Something quick, John.
Sure.
Mr. Williams, Timon Williams, he has the felony DWI third on the 19th. I was trying to get a setting afterwards, but the 20th is the 180th day. I was trying to see if I can get it.
I'm okay with it.
Oh,
yes. Yeah.
Thank you.
Are y'all close to resolving upstairs?
I think so. I think so.
Yeah.
I'm about to go there and kind of talk to him right now.
Okay.
If he can do this.
Good luck.
Okay. Thank you.
Sure. Of course.
Right now, I can say.
There's nothing for you out there. Let me express my extreme disappointment that you've now picked up a fourth case. Cannot tell you how disappointed I am. With us, in October, terroristic threat. 2 weeks later, another terroristic threat. 2 months later, a reckless driving. And now you've picked up a felony evading in a motor vehicle. Can you tell me what happened in the latest case, please?
The evading, Your Honor?
Please.
Yes, Judge. So in the evading, it was on February 7th, 2025, and the officers observed a vehicle driving recklessly on Mason Road and initiated a traffic stop. The vehicle proceeded to drive at a faster rate of speed and changed lanes when unsafe through moderate traffic, endangering other drivers. The vehicle evaded for approximately half a mile and ultimately entered a parking lot and parked the vehicle behind a restaurant on Mason Road. And at that point, the black male wearing a bright orange shirt exited the vehicle to the driver's door and ran through a large tree bush and evaded on foot. And it looks like he continued to evade, and he was approached as he ran on foot, moving across all lanes of traffic, ultimately coming to a stop due to him slipping and falling. So after evading for half a mile, he just ran on foot, Your Honor.
Judge, I know that that's not our case down here. My assumption, this is a broad assumption, is that perhaps given Mr. Jenkins's recent run-ins with the law, maybe those cops are familiar with him in that area. I don't know, it didn't articulate how he drove recklessly for the initial stop, but I think Mr. Jenkins maybe has some, I think he expressed to me that he thinks he's being treated unfairly.
Yeah.
So I don't think he was doing this out of his own safety.
You now have a fourth open case. You know, sometimes we have to protect people from themselves because they are their own worst enemy. I think that you're a danger to the public. You refuse to comply with bond conditions. You have a reckless driving with us. You were ordered not to drive recklessly, and now you've picked up and evading in a motor vehicle. I don't know what to tell you, but Mr. Jenkins, I'm now going to revoke the bond on all the cases, and I'm going to set them high because you are a danger to my public. And I've told you over and over and over and over, if you endanger my public, there's only one thing I'm going to do. So now I'm going to set each of your bonds at 10,004. I am now taking away your privilege to drive. You will be signing an affidavit with me today promising me you're not going to drive, Mr. Jenkins. And I'm going to tell you that if I find, because I don't know if you're going to bond out, your now bonds are going to set about $40,000. So if you do bond out, you're going to be signing an affidavit with me today promising me you're not going to drive. If I find that you drive, and I'm also going to put a weapon on here, if I find that you're in possession of a weapon, I can have a contempt hearing. You can be facing an additional 6 months in jail and a $500 fine every time you drive. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
I'm also going to order you to have a curfew of 7 p.m. to 7 a.m.
I'm still living in my home.
We have resources here. We have all kinds of things to give to people: cell phones, tablets, places to live, food to eat. All you have to do is ask, and we can give you things. But now you've repeatedly shown me that you're going to do whatever you want to do. To hell with any conditions that a judge puts on you. That's what you have effectively told me by picking up a fourth case and a felony case at that. So what you tell me now goes in one ear, goes out the other ear. I just can't.
No, it's on the road for the month.
The unfortunate part is that these felony cases take a very long time to resolve. And I guess we'll track it. It looks like the felony is set for March 20th. If you want the next day, I'm happy to do it.
Well,
Whatever you would like to do.
See what the chances are. I don't want to put them in custody. There's some resolutions in the court. I think one of them was against the brother. The other one was waiting on some surveillance that may have come in already.
Okay. Well, take your time, whatever you want. But as it stands now, you're too dangerous for me, Mr. Jenkins. You scare me. So, all right, we'll have you come up short to us, and we'll talk to you soon. Mr. Samuel, you were charged with driving while intoxicated. It's elevated to a Class A misdemeanor because of the high blow. You are facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. You have worked out an agreement where they're offering you 3 days in jail with credit for the 1 day that you've done. You need to understand that by doing this today, this charge will go on your record. It will be there for the rest of your life. From now on, if you pick up any more cases, you will be facing a minimum of 90 days in jail. No more slaps, the proverbial slaps on the wrist. It will go on your record. So if you were pulled over in a car and an officer comes up to you, they smell alcohol, and they see that you have a prior DWI, it's probably not going to go well for you. And if you're not in this country with permission and you do any kind of jail time, get ready, because immigration will probably put a detainer on you. Do you understand?
Yes.
What I'm trying to tell you is that Even if you have a sip of alcohol, I wouldn't get into a car. You're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you are not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization under federal law. You give up the right to appeal. Once you plead guilty, it will go on your record. You can never take it off. Is this what you want to do?
Yes.
How do you plead to the offense, guilty or not guilty? I'm going to find you guilty, sentence you to 3 days in jail, give you credit for the 1 day that you've done. DWI is big business. There is a $3,500 surcharge that normally applies with this type of case that you would be required to pay. We all make mistakes, but the idea is that you don't continue to make decisions that endanger other people. A second DWI is a $6,000 surcharge. If you pick up a second DWI, get ready, because you'll probably get took. Do you understand? I will waive it for you now. But if you don't make any right decisions in the future, get ready. Did you say guilty? I did plead to the offense, guilty or not guilty.
Guilty.
I will send you to the agreement. Good luck to you, sir.
How long's the drive film inspection?
90 days.
Sorry, guys, didn't have my coffee this morning.
Me too. I forgot it in the car.
I have a couple on docket today. First up is Ms. April Martinez.
Okay.
We are requesting just a little more time with Ms. Martinez. She is doing her TRAS today. We have filled out the DWI application. We plan to be done with everything, assuming she has the funds, in just maybe 3 weeks.
Do you want to apply to have the waived?
As far as I don't think the interlock is kind of the,
Yeah, interlock you can't, but it's the $300 fee you may be able to get waived.
we can look into that, yeah. We can do the affidavit and see.
Have it here so we can give you a copy. Yeah.
Okay.
So, but get it done now because it takes them a while to start looking into it. So we'll set you off a couple weeks on that. Okay.
And then Ms. Taylor, Adrena Taylor.
Okay. Tell me.
So Ms. Taylor is, I originally was going to take this one up the chain, but there was a change in leadership in the courtroom, and I believe that our current chief is very capable of evaluating this herself. If she can just have a moment to look at the video and confirm the arguments that I've made.
You want to roll to like Monday? Give her more time?
We can do, well, Tuesday. If Tuesday is possible.
Something happening on Monday? There's a lot of people taking off.
I mean, I just try not to be in court every single day, so I can get some
Okay,
done.
no, I'm okay with Tuesday.
I believe there's a school holiday on Monday. But
So, but can you put eval so that?
We have your
So
honor.
Deanna can watch the video?
Yes, Judge, we have it.
Thank you, Judge.
Yes, ma'am. I mean, she's getting flanked left and right, so that's why it's.
Hey, Judge, real quick on the bar stuff.
She has no business.
2 weeks.
Yes, sir.
If you don't have everything done, we'll set you for trial in 2 weeks. Do you understand? Okay, all right, you got it.
Yes, sir.
I'm here regarding Adan Corral Ortega on today's docket.
Okay.
Here's an offer. And we're discussing what he wants to do. And just like a guesstimate, if he decides he wants a trial, how much time before that would be?
What's the last name?
Corral, C-O-R.
I don't see it. It's
Corral
under,
Ortega.
maybe it's under Ortega. Hey, what? Adan Ortega. I know I said
Corral, it's under Corral, Ortega, Your Honor.
I don't have it
Give you
under
a copy.
Corral or Ortega. How old is it?
There's two cases, 29. One of which is very old.
One's from April 2021 and the other one August 2023.
1,398 days old.
the same condition.
Is discovery complete on everything?
Let me double check it. I believe so. AFM, yes. And yes, Judge.
Cases, all of them are.
They're all complete. And there's an offer to plea on the AFM and dismiss the harassment cases.
Okay.
So if he decides that he wants to have a trial, how long before this could be on the calendar?
30 days.
Okay, thank
You get
you.
a 30-day trial set. But I'm ready now. I mean, this is 1,400 days old, and then the other cases are from August, so it's time to make a decision.
No, I understand he needs to make a decision today. I just want him to be able to give it accurate information.
So
on how long he
if
waits.
he wants a trial, 30 days from today is when the trial is set.
Thank you.
Yeah, so, are you guys gonna make a decision today?
Yes, right now.
Got it. Okay, thanks. You ready?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Mr. Henderson, come up.
Yeah. I want someone to give this and not that.
If the other case, is this still open upstairs as well, or is
Yes,
this?
so we're hoping to get that resolved based on discovery.
Got it. Do you have an agreement with that? They're going to do?
We have not yet been added to that case. I'm just an associate standing in for Mr. Adams, so I'm not sure what communications they've
Does
had.
Mr. Adams represent him upstairs? Do you know?
I don't think he's been signed on to that case yet, though.
All right, Mr. Henderson, you're charged with terroristic threat. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. You guys have worked out an agreement where they're offering you 20 days in jail with credit for the 20 days that you've done. You need to understand that this charge will go on your record. It's going to be there for the rest of your life. From now on, you're facing a minimum of 30 days in jail. It's very possible that if you continue with the same course of conduct, that they can use this to enhance you. You could be potentially facing a felony offense if you continue with the same course of conduct. You understand?
Sure.
So it would be very, very careful. You give up a lot of rights by entering into the screening. You give up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. Once you plead guilty, it will go on your record. You can never take it off. You understand? Do you still want to do this?
Sure.
How do you plead to the offense, guilty or not guilty? I'm going to find you guilty. I will follow the agreement. I'm going to roll your court costs so you won't owe anything. Good luck to you, sir. Thanks. Please see the clerk.
Sure. Oh.
Good to see you.
You go to one of the same places that I go to. I saw you over there. My wife likes that place.
Which one?
The restaurant. Because there's a liquor store right next door.
There's a what next door?
Liquor store right next door.
Oh, Jack's. Is it Jack's? Yeah.
She loves Jack's.
I like it. My wife is, but I like it. I think it's great. And great nachos.
Well, the menu
That's
is
It's
really
great.
interesting.
Yeah, they have all kinds of, yeah. But I like the nachos. I mean,
I'll have to try the nuts.
yeah. Who you got?
I got a guy on your docket today. Mr.
Top of page 13.
Oh, thank you.
Do you have an offer?
I don't think so.
Who's your client? Counsel? It's a Terrell.
How do you use Terrell?
They came and gone. Robert already came and gone. No.
So it looks like there is a 30-day offer and a time served offer on here.
So, yeah, he and I just need to sit down and find out what he wants to do.
So it's 180 days. We can give you more time. We'll give you a couple weeks,
Okay,
but the next setting's got to come in so we can take care of it.
good, find out.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Have fun, Lon.
That is Jones, do you remember him?
Mm-hmm.
It's, well, they're asking for early termination. He's completed everything, but his fees, he says he's on SSI and disability, so they're asking for it.
Yeah.
Prove it.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I won't prove that you're an SSI and disability. I'm not going to take your word for it. And if you are, I'm okay. But all he had to do was what, infect decision-making class, am I right? Did he do both?
Okay.
How much does he owe? Just kill it. It's all right. Mr. Butler, I don't know how much more we can take, man.
Come on, man.
I don't know how much more we can take.
Man. You didn't have a good time?
I did, I'm just kidding.
Okay. Any,
It wasn't that bad. Come on.
any critiques or anything I could take away that, you know?
Everything was
feedback?
great. I mean, it's as good and as efficient as, right? That was what happened. You know, because the thing is that you wanted more time, but the problem is that what I've found is that when you do more, sometimes equates.
I'm not saying
to,
that you
you
would
know?
have done this. I'm not saying that you would have done this. But what I've also learned, like I know you know, is sometimes a judge is gonna let you go. They're not gonna tell you they're gonna let you go, maybe just a little bit. Is the judge is interested and engaged and they're saying stuff that's relevant. If a lawyer gets up there and is just talking to himself, to hear himself talk and it's going off, that's it. I felt like I learned enough about the jurors to make good decisions. The only thing that kind of messed us up a little bit was when we removed that number 4 out of there.
And I'll tell you, I was surprised that you did the shuffle because I thought you had a great cross section in the beginning with the first panel.
Section of like race or gender. It was a cross section of my vibe being that I had 12 angry men on the front, kind of that I didn't get a good feel. And so that's why when they shuffled and they came back, I had 2 women on my jury that I was really vibing with. So that's why I did that.
Got it. Well, it's just, I thought there was a great cross section in the beginning. That's why I was surprised that you didn't. But then it ended up it ended up being better. So it worked. Sorry.
I've already translated for Mr. Mueller's claim.
Okay,
So
so we're taking care of it today or what?
yes, sure.
Okay.
I sent currently. That's pretty much all I can do. But if Judge, wants to know, that's like.
Mr. Mueller, I mean,
We still adjourn.
did you want to do something different? Like you want to go on the assault case and then do something different on the other cases?
She responded.
If he has one misdemeanor and
But I see.
his status is for treatment of valid visa, and he's married to a U.S. citizen. And with this, he's a just status. And
Is it not a criminal moral turpitude, the assault then?
no, it's not.
What?
It's not a CMT.
Are you sure?
Well, me and Julie Pash from
An assault of a family member is not a criminal moral turpitude?
still one piece of gum, CIMT, adios. One misdemeanor, NFL, no.
Wow. That's crazy. Hi. Hasta mañana.
Thank you. I have a fellow at the law school. I'm speaking with Judge Bell too.
Awesome. Have fun.
So,
Go. Okay. Mr. Rose. Civil.
Yes.
Okay.
So the last time we left court, I submitted all the letters of information to Judge Geis. I was in it, requested to get an application in on that as well. We have done that. We have not heard back. The chief has emailed it twice.
Yeah, and we're technically still under the 72-hour period between when they submit the information to when she'll make a
So
decision.
let's roll it to Monday.
Okay.
Okay.
Or do we, I guess. I'll take it. Is my client, you want her here as well? I guess she could go do a TRAS then.
Right. I mean, let's do this. Let's roll it to Monday. If you get an approval between now and then she's got to be here to do the TRAS. If it's still no word, I'll waive it. And then on that day, I'll send an email.
Let you know that.
Right.
Okay.
Okay, but if you get an approval between now and Monday, then she's got to be here so we can send her for the TRAS.
Understood.
And then, yeah, okay. All right, guys.
And it's gonna be the putting on the AFM, dismissing the two rights.
Okay. Your client.
He's in custody mode. They're getting him.
Oh, I see.
Counselor, you want to do your signature?
Yes, sir.
What were you thinking before though? Did you want to try the assault and do some and just wait out the harassments?
No, many of the courts, the judge requires that they pick which case they're going to go forward on. And so in his thinking, if they're going to dismiss two of the cases anyway, it might as well have a trial. That's my client's preference. If he's convicted on two misdemeanors, that dramatically changes his immigration options. So one misdemeanor, regardless of which one of these three it is, he's okay. If he has two, doesn't matter which two.
Okay.
It changes what he can do. So I initially informed them that there'd be a trial on one case, there would be three trials. And that was my suggestion.
Joe.
Hey,
Does he?
Is sign?
Oh. I'm ready to celebrate Valentine's, okay?
Did you get the signature?
Yes.
Right down. Right down.
You're not influential.
Yes, I know. So the put it up for 420.
Good morning, Mr. Corral Ortega. You were charged with 3 cases. You were charged with 1 count of assault of a family member. You're also charged with 2 different counts of harassment. You have worked out an agreement where they're offering you 40 days in jail with credit for the 40 days that you have done on the assault case. And they're going to dismiss your 2 other cases. This is how you understand the agreement.
Yes.
You need to understand that this is a very serious matter that you're undertaking at this time. You're pleading guilty to this assault. It will go on your record. It will be there for the rest of your life. There is also what's called an affirmative finding of family violence. That means that if you ever pick up another case like this again, you will be charged with a 3rd-degree felony. You will be looking at a minimum of 2 years in prison, a maximum of 10 years in prison. And it doesn't have to be a knockdown punch to the face. All it needs to be is you grab someone's arm and squeeze just so that there's a little bit of pain. And you will be looking at up to 10 years in prison. Do you understand? Pain is not what you think. It's what the other person perceives. You can never own a gun or ammunition as a result of this plea bargain agreement as well. You pick up a gun, you're looking at a Class A misdemeanor in and of itself. You give up a lot of rights by entering into this agreement. You give up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you are not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization under federal law. you give up the right to appeal. Once you plead guilty, it will go on your record and it will be there for the rest of your life. You understand?
Yes.
You still want to do this?
¿Todavía quieres esto?
No.
¿Quieres hacer esta declaración?
Pues hacerme culpable, sí.
I want to say I'm guilty, yes.
All right.
¿Está bien?
I will find you guilty,
Yeah, culpable.
Okay.
send it to you to the agreement. Your other two cases will be dismissed on motion of the state. Good luck to you, sir. Okay. Blasa, we need you for one more.
You walked outside, talk with her.
Guys, do you mind grabbing the other defense lawyer? He should be right out there. Mr. It's,
Today's docket was one of the longest, most complicated, most human collections of cases that a single courtroom can hold. And if you stayed with it from the very first case to the very last signature, you witness something that no legal drama, no true crime podcast, and no evening news segment will ever fully capture. The American justice system doing the hardest thing it is ever asked to do, which is not punishing people but deciding what they deserve. We watched a 17-year-old boy walk into that courtroom having pulled a gun to protect his brothers from a man charging at them with a knife. And we watched a lawyer sprint across the hallway, take his case on the spot, and hand a judge case law from the Fifth Circuit saying that charging a minor simply for possessing a firearm without more may itself be unconstitutional. The judge found no probable cause, and then, before that boy walked out the door, stopped him and said, "Get back in school. Knowledge is power. Make me proud. That is not in any statute. That is a judge refusing to let a 17-year-old disappear back into the same circumstances that put him there." We watched a man whose cases are 1,398 days old, nearly 4 years, finally arrive at the moment of decision, trial or plea. And the conversation in that courtroom about immigration consequences, about which conviction changes what, about whether one misdemeanor versus two changes the entire trajectory of a human life. That conversation revealed something that your average American citizen almost never sees, that inside every plea bargain, every agreed reset, every offer on a case, there is a person whose entire future is quietly being negotiated in language they may not fully understand, on a timeline they did not choose, in a system that moves faster than anyone warned them it would. We watched a man sleeping in a park walk into that courtroom, and a judge say, "I am genuinely happy that you are here," and then turn to a social worker and say, "Find him somewhere to sleep tonight." Not because the law required it, not because there was a statute that mandated it, but because that judge decided on that morning that the purpose of a courtroom is not just to process cases, but to protect people, including from themselves, including from the streets, including from the kind of slow catastrophe that happens when someone gives up on the idea that any institution will ever actually help them. We watched a man with cancer, fugitive warrants in Georgia and Kansas, facing theft cases that he may have committed just to survive, walk out with a $1,000 bond and 2 weeks to turn himself in. Because a judge weighed the full weight of that man's life and decided that the Constitution's protection against excessive bail means something real, even when the state is asking for 5 figures and the defendant has priors. And we watched a young man with 4 open cases, terroristic threats, reckless driving, and now a felony evading in a motor vehicle, stand at that podium and hear a judge say with genuine sadness, "I don't know what it's going to take to get your attention, but I have given you everything I have, and now I am scared of you. I am revoking every bond. I am setting them at $40,000 each, because the day I stop protecting the public to protect you is the day I have forgotten what this courtroom is for. The Sixth Amendment guarantees the right to counsel. The Eighth Amendment forbids excessive punishment. The 14th Amendment promises equal protection under the law. But what today's docket proved, across every case, every plea, every reset, every bond revocation, every dismissal, every moment a judge stopped the machinery of the court to look a human being in the eye and say something real, is that those amendments are not self-executing. They require people. They require prosecutors willing to dismiss a case when the evidence isn't there. They require defense attorneys willing to run across a hallway to represent a scared teenager. They require social workers willing to sit with a homeless man and look for a bed. And they require judges willing to hold the line, not just against the defendants who endanger the public, but against a system that would otherwise reduce every person who walks through those doors to a case number, a charge, and a next available date. Today's docket was long. It was imperfect. It was slow and fast at the same time, heartbreaking and hopeful in the same breath. A man got his case dismissed because the police lost the body camera footage. A 17-year-old went home because a lawyer knew the Fifth Circuit. A man sleeping in a park was pointed toward a social worker instead of a jail cell, and a judge who has seen it all. Every excuse, every promise, every failure to appear, still managed to mean it when he said, "Come back. Good things happen when you come back." That is not a perfect system, but it is a system that, on its best days, still believes that the